You're not as exhausted as you think you are. You're not running on empty, your body isn't shutting down, you're just unfocused. And that lack of focus, it's draining you more than any actual work ever could. How many times have you said, "I'm so tired," when you've barely done anything physically exhausting? It's not your body that's worn out, it's your mind that's cluttered. Your attention is being pulled in 10 different directions, and instead of locking in on what matters, you're wasting energy jumping from one distraction to the next.
Fatigue isn't always about lack of rest. It's about how you're spending your mental resources. You ever notice how you can scroll through your phone for an hour and feel drained afterward? But if you spend that same hour locked in, working toward a goal, you feel energized? That's because focus fuels energy. Clarity and direction keep you moving forward.
No more blaming exhaustion when the real issue is lack of discipline. Reclaim your focus, maximize your energy, and actually get things done. Because the problem isn't that you need more rest. The problem is you need to take control of your focus. You need to stop confusing being tired with being mentally weak. There's a massive difference between true physical exhaustion and the fake fatigue that comes from a lack of focus. And if you don't recognize it, you'll keep making excuses instead of making progress. Physical exhaustion is real. If you've been training hard, grinding all day on your feet, or running on little sleep, then yes, your body is going to demand rest. That's legitimate fatigue. That's when you need recovery. But that's not most people's problem. Most of people aren't physically pushing themselves anywhere close to their limits. What's actually happening? You're mentally distracted, your brain is scattered, you're spending more energy jumping between tasks, scrolling, checking notifications, and overthinking than you are actually doing the work, and that drains you faster than any physical exertion ever will. Ever notice how after a long workout, even if you're tired, you still feel good? That's because your body was designed for movement, for challenge, for effort. But sit on your phone, half working, half distracted for an hour, and suddenly you feel sluggish, drained, and unmotivated. That's not exhaustion. That's mental clutter. So before you tell yourself, "I'm too tired to get things done," check yourself. Are you truly exhausted, or are you just undisciplined? Are you physically spent, or are you wasting energy on distractions? Because if it's the second one, and for most of you, it is, then it's time to lock in, eliminate the noise, and train your focus like you train your body. Your energy isn't gone, it's being drained. And you're the one draining it because you're making too many useless decisions all day long. It's called decision fatigue, and it's wrecking your focus. Every time you stop to think about what to wear, what to eat, when to start your work, whether to go to the gym or not, you're burning mental fuel. And by the time you actually need to focus on something that matters, you're tapped out. Not because you're tired, but because you wasted all your energy on nonsense. Look at the most disciplined, successful people in the world. They eliminate unnecessary decisions. They don't waste time figuring out what to wear. They have a routine. They don't spend an hour debating whether or not to work out. It's already a non-negotiable. They don't let distractions pull them in every direction. They control their environment. Meanwhile, most people start their day scrolling their phone, bombarding their brain with useless information before they've even gotten out of bed. Then they wonder why they feel drained before noon. It's not a mystery. You overloaded your mind with junk instead of focusing on priorities. Mental clutter is just as bad. If your mind is constantly bouncing between random thoughts, worries, and distractions, your mind is running a marathon with ankle weights. Your brain wasn't built to process endless streams of information all day long. You need to clear the mental noise and focus on what actually moves the needle. Until you take control of your mind, you'll keep feeling drained, unmotivated, and stuck. So, cut the clutter. Set your priorities. Create routines that remove unnecessary decisions. Because energy isn't about how much you have, it's about how well you use it. You have energy, you just don't know how to use it. You're chasing cheap dopamine hits all day long, and then you wonder why you can't focus when it's time to lock in. Dopamine is the brain's motivation chemical. It's what drives you to take action. But most of us are feeding it the wrong way. Every time you scroll your phone, check notifications, binge content, or chase instant gratification, you're flooding your brain with quick dopamine spikes. That might feel good in the moment, but over time, it kills your ability to focus on real work. Your brain gets addicted to the easy hits, and suddenly, anything that requires effort, your goals, your workouts, your business, feels boring and exhausting. When was the last time you sat down to work and actually focused? No distractions, no switching between tabs, no checking your phone. If you can't remember, that's a problem. Your attention span is weak because you've trained your brain to crave constant stimulation, and that's why you feel tired. It isn't an energy problem, it's a lifestyle problem. You're just unable to sit with deep work long enough to get into it. You have a focus problem, and the moment you accept that, everything changes. You need to take back control of your attention. That means cutting out the cheap dopamine, eliminating distractions, and retraining your brain to handle deep, focused work. You don't need more caffeine. You don't need another break. You need to stop burning mental fuel on things that don't matter. Your energy is there. It's always been there. You are choosing to waste it on things that don't push you forward. So from this moment on, no more excuses. You don't need to feel motivated. You need to get disciplined. Because real energy comes from focus, and focus is something you build. So are you going to keep wasting energy on distractions, or are you going to take control? The choice is yours. If you don't have clarity, you will waste energy. If you wake up every day without a plan, if you let your focus get hijacked by whatever pops up on your screen, if you spend more time consuming than creating, then don't be surprised when you feel drained before you even get started. You need to make a choice. Either you control your focus, or the world will control it for you. You either wake up with a mission, or you let distractions pull you in every direction. If you want to stop feeling drained, stop giving your attention to things that don't matter. Cut the mindless scrolling. Stop drowning in useless content. Get crystal clear on what you need to do and execute. Because energy isn't something you find, it's something you protect. And if you're leaking it on distractions, you'll never have enough left for what actually matters. But you can't protect your energy if you don't have it to begin with. So if your sleep is trash because watching reels was more important than your sleep routine, you're already screwed before the new day starts. And sleep isn't just about time, it's about cycles. Your body needs to go through deep sleep and REM cycles to repair, reset, and recharge. But if you're up late staring at your phone, drowning in blue light, eating junk food before bed, or lying awake overthinking, your sleep quality reduces and you wake up feeling like you never even rested. Are you scrolling your phone before bed? Are you drinking caffeine late in the day? Are you going to sleep at random times every night? If the answer is yes, then stop acting surprised when you feel exhausted. You're setting yourself up to fail. You fix your sleep, you fix your energy, which helps with your motivation. No screens an hour before bed. Your phone is stealing your sleep. Cut caffeine after noon. Your body isn't meant to be wired all day. Go to sleep and wake up at the same time every day. Consistency is everything. Make your room pitch black, cool, and quiet, because deep sleep isn't optional. You want more energy? Earn it. Discipline yourself to get quality sleep, because you can't build strength, success, or focus if you're running on fumes. You say you're tired, but let's be real, you're just fueling yourself like garbage. You can't expect to function at top performance when you're putting trash in the tank. You're crashing because you're running on nothing but caffeine, sugar, and processed junk. Your body is a machine, and if you don't give it the right fuel, it's going to break down. If your idea of breakfast is coffee and a bagel, or if you're constantly snacking on high-carb, high-sugar junk, then of course you feel drained. You're spiking your blood sugar, getting a short burst of energy, and then crashing hard. And when you crash, what do? You reach for more sugar or another coffee, and the cycle repeats. It's self-sabotage. Eat real, whole foods. Get protein and healthy fats in every meal. Ditch the sugar spikes and give your body sustained energy. Instead of the coffee, with 3 tablespoons of sugar, try drinking some damn water. Most people walk around dehydrated every single day, wondering why they feel sluggish, foggy, and unmotivated. Your body needs water for everything: brain function, circulation, muscle performance. Your body is 60% water. If you're not drinking enough of it, you are literally starving your cells of the fuel they need to function. If you're chugging coffee and energy drinks all day, but barely drinking water, your body is screaming for hydration. Drink at least half your body weight in ounces of water daily. Your drink shouldn't have more sugar in it than your meal. Hydrate properly if you want real energy. Your body needs vitamins and minerals to function: magnesium, potassium, B vitamins, iron, and more. But if all you eat is fast food and snacks, you're starving your body of what it actually needs to produce energy. And no, taking a multivitamin while eating garbage doesn't fix the problem. Eat real food, lean proteins, vegetables, healthy fats. If you're deficient, get tested and supplement smart. Your body isn't meant to run on artificial junk. Eat real food. If Mother Nature didn't make it, it's not real food. If you want real, sustained energy, it's time to act like it. Get your blood sugar under control. Stay hydrated, stop depriving your body of real nutrients. Because energy isn't something that happens to you, it's something you create through discipline and smart choices. If your day is a mess, your mind will be too. You're tired because you wake up with no plan, no structure, and no discipline. You let distractions, notifications, and random tasks hijack your focus. And then you wonder why you feel drained before noon. If you don't structure your day with intention, your energy will be wasted on things that don't matter. You'll bounce from one thing to the next, constantly reacting instead of executing. And that's the fastest way to burn out without actually getting anything done. Own your mornings, stop starting your day like a loser. The first hour of your day sets the tone. If you wake up and grab your phone first thing, checking emails, scrolling social media, and letting other people's priorities invade your mind, you've already lost. Your brain is in reactive mode instead of focused mode. Start your day with intention. Hydrate. Move your body. You think sitting all day is normal? It's not. Your body needs movement to function at its best. Blood flow equals energy. Stiff, inactive muscles equals fatigue. If you're glued to a chair for hours at a time, of course you feel drained. Your circulation slows, your brain gets foggy, and your body tightens up like an old machine that hasn't been used in years. Get sunlight. Stop living in a cave. Your body runs on a clock, your circadian rhythm. And the biggest regulator of that clock? Light. If you're waking up and sitting in the dark all day, staring at screens, and then wondering why you feel sluggish, you've got your body completely out of sync. Write down your priorities. Control your morning, or the world will control it for you. Attack your high impact. Work first. Most people waste their best energy on low-value tasks, checking emails, responding to messages, doing busy work. Then, by the time they get to the real work, they're mentally drained. That's backwards. Identify your one most important task for the day, the thing that moves the needle most, and attack it first when your energy is highest. Everything else can wait. Multitasking is a lie. Switching between tasks kills your focus and drains your energy faster than real work ever will. If you're constantly jumping between things, you're not being productive. You're just being busy. Time block your day. Set clear, focused work sessions for deep work. No distractions, no phone, no mindless task switching. Focus hard for a set period, then take a break. Rinse and repeat. If your environment is chaotic, your mind will be too. If you're constantly interrupted, if you leave notifications on, if you surround yourself with distractions, don't expect to get anything done. Turn off notifications, set boundaries, work in an environment that supports focus. Your energy is a resource. Stop letting everything and everyone drain it. Discipline creates energy. If your days are unstructured, your energy will be scattered. If your focus is weak, your results will be weak. It's that simple. Your brain craves clarity and order. Give it what it needs, and you'll stop feeling drained and start making real progress. Stop living in the instant gratification trap. Your brain wasn't designed to be hit with nonstop stimulation. Every time you reach for your phone, every time you check social media, every time you binge another episode or eat another sugary snack, you're getting a tiny dopamine hit, and it feels good for a second. But the problem, it's empty. It's not tied to effort. It's not tied to accomplishment. And the more you chase these quick fixes, the harder it gets to focus on real, meaningful work. This is why you struggle with energy and motivation. Your brain is wired to seek easy pleasure instead of doing what actually matters. You've trained yourself to avoid discomfort, to avoid the work, and now your ability to focus is shot. Stop checking your phone first thing in the morning. Start your day in control, not reacting to nonsense. Turn off notifications, social media, emails, news. None of it is urgent. Stop reaching for snacks when you're bored. Your cravings aren't hunger, they're habits. Dopamine isn't the enemy, it's how you use it. The key is to shift your brain back to getting pleasure from effort and progress, not from passive consumption. Start your day with a challenge: cold shower, workout, journaling, something that requires discipline. Make a habit of deep work. Set a timer, focus on one meaningful task, and don't stop until it's done. Delay gratification. If you crave a distraction, wait. Teach your brain that reward comes after effort. If you've been overstimulating your brain for years, it's going to take time to reset. You'll feel restless, you'll crave the distractions, but if you push through, your natural drive and focus will come back stronger. Take a break from social media for a day or a week. Stop consuming useless content, replace it with creation, learning, and action. Get your dopamine from real effort, training, building, problem solving, not cheap entertainment. You don't need more motivation. You don't need another hack. You need to rewire your brain to focus on what actually matters. Dopamine should be your fuel, not your master. So make the decision. Keep wasting energy on quick hits, or take control and start earning your rewards. You don't need to feel like doing the work. You just need to start. Commit to just 5 minutes of the task you're avoiding. That's it, 5 minutes. No pressure, no perfection, just start. You can't tell yourself, I don't have time, when it's only 5 minutes. The hardest part of any task is starting. So trick your brain into starting. You can do anything for 5 minutes. Once you're in motion, you're far more likely to keep going. 5 minutes turns into 10, 10 into 30, and before you know it, you've crushed a full session. Because action kills resistance. Sitting around thinking about what you should do only makes it harder. But once you move, once you break that inertia, the work pulls you in. You're not tired. That is no longer an excuse for you. You know what the problem is, now fix it. This is about power, strength, ownership. You control your energy, you control your output, you control how you show up in life. So stop making excuses, start making changes.